$8:39 Nashville's Morning. I remember to talk. 8:39 Nashville's Morning News on Super Talk.
But there was a deep sigh right before you went on. I don't understand what.
And he was looking right at me.
You know, the deep sigh is just because it has been a rambunctious kind of a show. And we've had a lot of fun. And Chris, I want to know, you recognize this, Chris? You know what that is?
Yeah.
What is it?
Have we played this game before? It's the Brady Bunch. Right?
Yes.
I am.
Slam dunk.
I'm 56. I'm apparently out of material. I can't. All y'all need to treat me like your 90-year-old uncle. Just look at me and smile and nod your head.
Sure, we've never done that before, Dan.
Wow.
Well, all right, let's reset the bit. Play it again, Dan. Let's try this from the top.
Hey, Chris. You know what that is?
Gee, Dan, what is that?
It's a Brady Bunch.
He's such a nice man.
Oh,
That's Brady Bunch.
I recall they used to play that on the Nick at Night.
Yes, they did. They did. Anyway, now they're talking about they wanted to do a new updated version of Brady Bunch with all the kids now as adults. And they were going to be like Roseanne, where they've all got different political proclivities.
Okay.
Greg was going to be like a hardcore Reagan kind of Republican. Cindy was going to be more of like an independent kind of a person.
Okay.
Jan was going to be, and this is so fitting, Jan was going to be a whiner.
A cat lady for Harris.
She was. I bet you Jan would have had purple hair because she was the whiner of the bunch.
And she'd be going, Trump, Trump, Trump.
And
while wearing Birkenstocks.
Yes.
While wearing Birkenstocks. She'd be all granola-like. But anyway, so actually, no, I can't say that because last time I talked about like women being granola-like, I actually had granola women get mad at me because we're not like that.
No, the crunchy granola women are now conservatives.
The red-pilled moms club.
Red-pilled moms club. Yeah.
There you go.
They're part of the Maha Alliance. We like them.
Maha?
Yeah, Make America Healthy Again.
Oh, good.
Yeah,
okay.
we like that.
So apparently, though, the Brady Bunch, the people at the network decided no, they weren't going to do that because, as Susan Olsen says, Cindy Brady says, they didn't like her politics because they say that she's basically, and I'm going to paraphrase here, an insurrectionist and an anti-vaxxer. Isn't that pretty much mainstream, though, these days? Like being I'm going to air quote the term anti-vaxxer because what she has specifically said, by and large, is talking about vaccine injuries and that kind of a thing. And it's perfectly, to me anyway, and maybe I'm in my own conservative bubble, but isn't it pretty much standard these days to question whether or not our elections are free and fair elections?
I would think so. It was fine for the Democrats to do that pre-2016.
Oh, yeah.
Sure was.
You know,
I did it all the time.
I think Stacey Abrams is still questioning the election that she lost for governor in Georgia.
She is, actually.
But you know, that show would have been awful because Greg wouldn't have been, or which one was going to be
Greg would have been the Reagan Republican.
Yeah, but he would have been more like a Kinzinger Republican.
Yeah.
You know, shooting steel plates at 5 to 7 yards.
Yeah, and Marcia would have been totally Taylor Swift. You know, her kids would have turned her on to Taylor Swift.
Yeah, you're probably right.
She'd be following her.
So would Peter or Bobby be like the transgender, you know, whatever?
Probably Bobby.
I don't want to think about it.
Didn't they add a new cousin later in the show?
Cousin Oliver would be the transgender person.
Cousin Oliver would have been the transgender person.
Yeah, he looked like John Denver.
That's exactly right. By the way, did you hear, Chris, that one of our co-workers was mentioned during the whole Joe Rogan thing? Did you know this?
No.
Here's what he said. Dang it.
I like that better.
No, that was
I like that one. I like that one better.
But the weave is very important. Very few weavers around.
Ken Weaver. He talked about Ken Weaver. I always called Ken Weaves.
We should put that on the hotkey. The weave is very important.
That's right.
But the weave is very important. Very few weavers around.
So, you know what?
And then that needs to be, boom, right into the news bed in the afternoon.
That's what we need to do.
There you go.
Ken, you're welcome.
Yeah.
Brian, you're welcome.
And, you know, he's not the only one. I mean, even Joe Biden even talked about one of our other employees here at Super Talk.
Get ready, pal. You're going in for a problem.
Let's talk about Bell.
He was going after Bell.
Bell.
Get ready, Bell. You're going to enter a problem.
Get ready, Bell.
I think mine's better.
But the weave is very important. Very few weavers around.
I'm not competitive at all.
No, you're not.
I like it. I
do
like it
too.
a lot.
I love it.
Anyway, that's great. So I wonder if Ken will, show me some appreciation. Because I looked for that, dude. I heard that, like, just behind the scenes. I heard that driving with Amy. And I had to go back. I looked for that for like 45 minutes.
I knew it.
Really?
Yeah. I was like, oh my God, where did he say that? I'm like asking Amy, where in the 3 hours was it?
Timestamp. Give me a timestamp.
What was weird is when I was watching that Saturday morning, which I guess I was watching at the same time Amy was, I thought Dan is going to use this.
Oh, of course Dan would. Because Dan's dumb. I do that stuff.
Predictable.
I wouldn't have said that.
That was good.
You're just predictable.
Do you know what my... man, you guys are just being mean today.
We are observant.
Yes, very.
That's not helping.
Sorry.
It's okay. You know what I say to you, Joan?
Thank you.
I'm booing you. That's what I say to you, Joan.
I was hoping so bad that you played the Brady Bunch theme again.
Yeah, I was too. I was praying for the Brady Bunch.
Wasn't that a great moment when Kamala Harris was being booed because
Hold on.
Beyonce?
Which moment of Kamala being booed over the weekend? It seemed like every rally she was being booed over the weekend.
was she?
The heckler, too, right?
Yep, Kalamazoo, she was getting it.
Yeah.
What happened in Kalamazoo?
Somebody called her a real piece of bleep.
Yelled
Screamed
it out.
at her.
Yeah.
Screamed it at her.
So moving forward, if we want to use the like SH word on the radio, I can just say you're a real piece of Kamala.
There you go.
Jeez.
There you go.
I'm kidding. Wow. you
Hey, the program director's on line 2.
Yeah.
that was a joke.
I got some Kamala on the bottom of my shoe.
You know what? I could just do this.
And you know what an ego let down for Kamala. The crowd is all pumped up for Beyonce.
Yeah.
They're not even there for her.
No, they're not even there for her. They want to see Beyonce.
Best they could do is a couple songs from Willie Nelson.
Yeah.
Actually, the funny part is that they had Willie Nelson just ready. Now, you can't get two different artists between
Right.
Beyonce and Willie Nelson. I mean, they are a lot different.
I feel like Willie should have trolled the audience and got up there and strummed his guitar and been like, well, this ain't Texas.
I got a text. You guys, who do you think it's from? Oh, there we go.
Ken
Ken
Weaver.
Weaver. It's Weaves. And he does. He thanks brother. He says, thank you, brother Dan. There you go.
there?
Thank you, Ken.
We're adding it to the hotkeys, Ken.
There you
Yeah.
go. It's exactly right. Anyway,
Yeah, that's the fun of it.
We'll bring you back on this morning show.
I did love. And when she says, see you later. You heard this?
See you later. See you later.
And then Johnny had a great line. Said, yeah, she'll be saying that, or we'll be saying that to her when November 5th comes around.
Honestly.
So there you go.
Yeah.
See you around.
Yep. Starting
Bye now.
starting Wednesday, I'm going to be telling her, see you next Tuesday.
Yeah. I have tissue
That's exactly right.
for you and Martha.
Let's see here. An NFL player crashed the interview with a Trump hat. We saw that. You saw that,
Yep.
right? So there's an interview going on. It's on, I don't know what.
Sunday Night Football on NBC.
Was that on Sunday Night Football? Mm-hmm. So big interview after the game.
Points in the first half. What was said during halftime? Hey, all right, Nick Bosa with a message there.
So Nick Bosa has a mega hat on, and he crashes the interview. Now the thing that I love is everybody starts laughing.
Yep.
Like everybody's in on it. So I think you're right. I mean, Trump has definitely won the culture.
Oh, he's won the culture war tenfold.
There was another moment, and I don't know what game it was. I saw it in passing on social media, but a football player scored a touchdown, and he lifted up his shirt, and he had a white T-shirt underneath, and it said Trump MAGA.
I love it.
Oh, wow.
Yeah,
Awesome.
that's what I'm saying.
With all the good news, though, we can't get complacent.
No.
No,
We have 1 week left.
Yes.
I've been saying on my show, you got to make phone calls, call your friends, and then people tell me that I don't have anybody to call. That's what they say. I don't have anybody to call. Well, there's a story going viral on Twitter. This guy, he didn't have anybody to call either. So he volunteered to phone bank for Harris Waltz. And he got a list of Harris Waltz phone numbers.
Oh, my goodness.
Oh, my gosh.
Wow.
And he's been calling them and telling them to vote for Trump.
I love it. All hands on deck, baby.
So I would just say to anybody listening, if you don't have somebody to call, you could always volunteer for Harris Waltz and get a list of numbers from them.
Do you think
Have some fun.
Do you think
Isn't
if
that-
I called the local Democrats and I walked in and volunteered on the phone bank, do you think they'd like recognize us?
Yeah.
I don't think they would. I think that'd be
think
funny.
so.
I don't think they would recognize us.
I don't think they
No.
would. No, I don't think they would.
They probably check your voter status before they allow you to hit their phone bank.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
By the way, did you guys hear Loomis shanking the national anthem? Have you heard this? You guys heard this?
No.
So this was on a presidential debate, and Loomis did the national anthem, but she failed epically.
Can I go back? Can I go back, please?
Oh, geez.
Can I go back? Can I go back, please?
What time is she checking into rehab? Because isn't that what happened the last time somebody messed up the anthem?
The best part is when they tell her, "No, we can't go back. We're live." Listen.
Can I go back? Can I go back, please?
She just,
Oh, my God.
Nervous.
but she picks it up, and she's really good at the end.
Yeah.
Still there. Oh, say does that.
Well, sort of. Maybe not. That's actually her crying.
For the land of the free and the home of the brave.
So then they gave her. It's like,
Boy.
you know,
Please clap.
that you know what that was. That sound at the end was like Johnny and Joan when I walk into the other room. Hey, how was that show today?
She actually apologized and said her family was watching, especially her dad, and she feels terrible.
And
about it.
her dad is a veteran. Stuff happens.
Yeah.
And
That's
actually
a hard song to sing.
I actually feel bad for her, to be honest with you. I feel bad for her because stuff happens. And I guess there was maybe some technical stuff behind the scenes. I really have no idea. But how you cannot know that you're live is, I don't understand that one.
No.
Who do you think was harder on themselves for the weekend they've had, Loomis or Kamala?
Kamala. I'd be willing to bet that Kamala made everybody else around her pay.
Oh, I bet she did too.
It was a don't look the general in the eyes kind of day.
It's like, Doug, find something to do this weekend.
So listen,
couch.
So listen, when Johnny and Joan, when I make mistakes on the show,
Can I go back? Can I go back, please?
that's what I'm going to say.
We're going to tell you no.
Dun-dun-dun-dun-dun.
You're
Can I go back? Can I go back, please?
gonna be like, no, Dan, we're live. What's wrong with you?
We're live, Dan.
Poor girl, she sounded like she was going to cry.
Yeah, it did.
I feel bad for, and she did say when she realized how badly she shanked it,
I got too nervous.
that she dropped that into the middle of the song.
Well, in all fairness, that is a hard song to sing.
Yeah,
I mean,
it
it
is.
really is for a singer.
Well, I would know. I've never sung it. I mean, like that.
But I got to say, if you're a professional singer,
Yeah.
don't you practice before it and you nail it? And
But see, they're so used to studio tricks now that,
yeah.
Yep.
unfortunately, live, there's no tricks. You've got to be.
It's exactly right.
Yep.
All right, very good. How'd you like the whole thing? The Rogan? What was the highlight of your weekend? The Rogan or the MAGA Square Garden rally?
I think the Rogan stuff was pretty cool. I mean, it's the equivalent of what, like $100 million ad buy? Mm-hmm. Like, and then the clips and the views that are happening, plus the pressure it puts on Kamala to not do it. It's great all around. Madison Square Garden was unbelievable, and we're going to cover all that on the show today. I don't know. Do you think New York is in play when you see that? I see people go, New York is in play.
I don't believe that New York is in play. I don't. But from a narrative standpoint, for Donald Trump to get 20,000 people inside and then all those people outside.
There were like 70,000 outside.
Right. I mean, that's a very big deal. It is a very big deal. And so for, I think John Fincarl said it best when he was talking to George Stephanopoulos.
Look, I was there for about 6 hours yesterday. First thing I've got to say, Madison Square Garden was packed. People waited hours to get in. They sat through hour after hour of this rally. They were fervent in their devotion to all things Trump. Trump has created a movement. There is no doubt. I cannot think of another Republican figure of my lifetime who could have come into a Democratic city like New York and put together anything like that.
So for Trump to be able to do that, I think is a big deal, and that will rattle the Democrats, whether or not New York is in play or not.
Yeah, no, I think you're right. Now, I didn't realize Nazi rallies were so inclusive. I saw Jews, I saw Arabs, I saw black people. It was, really big tent Nazi policies is what they're going for.